Can you really get good food at an all-inclusive resort? This is a question I get a lot, and the answer is yes, but depending on which resort that you go to. I just got back from Secrets Akumal, which got one of the best food reviews I've ever done, which was an 8 out of 10. So that's the highest I've ever reviewed. There's a couple other resorts that I gave that rating to as well. And I find it very difficult to review the food, if I'm being honest, because it is kind of subjective, because what I may like, you may not like, and vice versa. So you really have to take that into consideration when you are trying to pick a resort just based on food. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything I ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this will actually give you a really good idea of what to expect in general at a luxury, adults-only, all-inclusive resort, because it was a very similar experience to others that I've been to. And if you are new to my channel, 3 Days and Tres Noches, please like and subscribe. I bring you honest resort reviews, travel tips, and information about the destinations that I go to. As my channel name suggests, I usually only travel for 3 days and 3 noches. So I have to do some planning before arriving to the resort regarding which restaurants I want to try, because usually I don't have time to try all of them. But this is something I would recommend even if you're staying for a longer period of time, especially if food is going to be one of the most important things to you, is to download the resort app and start looking through the menus. You should also join the private Facebook groups, because often people are sharing different experiences about the restaurants and the different dishes that they've had. And something that's happened to me at almost every single all-inclusive resort is that not every restaurant is open every single night. It's based on capacity. So if you do have your heart set on a restaurant, make sure when you arrive, one, you ask if it's open, and two, when it is open. Let's start with the breakfast options. At Secrets Akumal, they had the breakfast buffet, or you could do room service. Now, if you upgraded to the preferred club, they also had an a la carte breakfast at the Seaside Grill. And I got to all three of them. My favorite definitely was the breakfast buffet, just because there's so many different options, but I did love having the option of the a la carte, and I do a whole video about whether or not you should upgrade to the preferred club, because this is one of the perks of doing so.
Big buffet, have everything, anything that you would want. I went with the made-to-order omelet, of course my salad. They have a salad bar, which I'm excited about. Ate my watermelon while I was in line. Some French toast, and that's it. That's my breakfast this morning. And, of course, the breakfast of champions. We are at Seaside, preferred club members only. And we started off with a little waffle, which is good.
So I did prefer the breakfast buffet for the self-service part and just all of the different options, but I have to admit it was really nice having that a la carte option for one morning too, to get away from the busyness of the breakfast buffet, but also just be closer to the water and have a slower paced morning. The last morning I got room service, which I always like to get the morning before leaving, so I don't have to rush out the door. I can take my time packing before having to check out, and it was a great experience. One tip there is you can actually schedule it the night before, so you don't have to wait for it in the morning. For lunch, I love that they had a lunch buffet. Some luxury all-inclusive resorts are getting away from this, but I personally love that option. They did have an a la carte option at the Seaside Grill, and then they had all of these really cool pop-up stations. Actually, my first meal at Secrets Akumal was lunch at the Seaside Grill, and overall, it was a good first impression. I got a chicken dish I really liked. My friend, she had tacos that she was raving about. In fact, they ate there every single day and really liked it. The appetizers were just kind of okay. The guacamole is not handmade, which I never understand at an all-inclusive resort, and the wings were just kind of so-so.
Okay, spicy.
We are at the buffet, and I know you guys are always asking me about food. I actually already was eating this. I was so hungry, but we had guacamole, pico de gallo, some chips, and some vegetables, and then I'm gonna have a salad. And they made this to order, the grilled chicken. So good. So I like to have a lighter lunch because, you know, we have a long day ahead of us. The lunch buffet, again, was my favorite. They just have so many different options, and I love that they make to order not only chicken and steaks, but also seafood. They had a ton of different options, and I love the salad bar, and I like the fact that you can get up and get your own food, and you don't have to wait to be served. And I know people are going to ask me, why am I wearing a tiara? And no, it's not because I think I'm the queen of YouTube. It was actually my 50th birthday. My friend got me this and said I had to wear it all day. So I obliged. But if you are looking for a place to celebrate a milestone birthday or a special occasion, Secrets Akumal is an amazing place. So I do a full honest review of this resort, which I will put in the description below. So make sure you check that out as well. I also love the pop-up food stations they had all around the pool area, especially this pizza one where they make it to order in a brick oven. The pizza was really good. On the other side of the pool, they had one that switched out daily. So if you are someone who likes that grab and go option for lunch, these were perfect. I also love it when all-inclusive resorts have really cool coffee spots. Here they had the Coco Cafe. They had a ton of great different coffee drinks, but also grab and go items. Around the corner from the Coco Cafe was the halftime sports bar, which I did not get to, but you can order bar food like burgers. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
The a la carte restaurants at all-inclusive resorts is where I find the most inconsistencies. Some are really good, some are not so good, some dishes are better than others. Here at Secrets Akumal, I have to say it was the most consistent experience that I had. I didn't love everything that I ate, but for the most part, almost every experience I had something that I really liked. The first night I ate at Seaside Grill, by default actually, because the other restaurant I wanted to go to, the line was way too long. So that was one kind of downside, that you could not make reservations here unless you were eating at the hibachi restaurant. I got the Chilean sea bass, which was really good. Everybody else really enjoyed their dishes as well.
Grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken.
That's the catch of the day, which is sea bass.
That's right.
And then you've got the pasta. I definitely want some of that. And what'd you get, Brian?
I got a ribeye steak.
The second night I was celebrating my birthday in Playa del Carmen, but wanted to try one of the restaurants before going. So I picked the Italian. Overall had a great experience, and we even rated each one of our dishes for you. So we're at Portofino. I am having lasagna bolognese.
That's good. What are you eating?
Salmon ravioli with shrimp and shrimp.
Have you had a taste yet? Taste it.
It's good.
You have to be honest.
I'd say
Part of-
it's a 7.
It's a 7.
7.
And then Brian, what are you eating?
This is squid ink, fettuccine. I'd give it at least an 8.
An 8. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Pollo de
Parmesan.
Sí. Y, let me see. Siete.
My favorite meal was actually at the Japanese restaurant, surprisingly, only because it's not my go-to type of food, but I loved everything that I ordered. The service was great, loved the ambiance. I didn't go for the hibachi. I feel like I've done that so many different times, and just did the a la carte.
I have to give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. It was very, very good. The service, the food, everything. Highly recommend.
I didn't get to was the French and Oceana. So I wanted to go to the French, but it was just filled every single night. So if you've been to these restaurants, do you have any feedback, just drop them in the comment section below. The last night they had a Mexican themed market. So that's where I ate the last night, where they had a bunch of little stations and authentic Mexican food. So that's pretty much everything I ate during my stay at Secrets Akumal. Now, another question I get is the food really all included, or are there extra charges once you get to the resort? And at this resort, everything is all included, even the special birthday cakes that they did for me. But that's not the case at every single all-inclusive resort. So make sure you do your research so you know about any special charges or extra charges ahead of time. And if you are thinking of booking this resort, be sure to watch the full honest review that I did. And I have partnered with Travelingos to bring my subscribers and followers special rates to this resort. So both of those links will be in the description below.